Hey people, Infantry 3v3, capturing and purification plant. Can the Imperium survive the war? On the blue team, John is an Inquisitor. An offensive hero with powerful control, begins in melee, can get specialized ranged weapons alongside Piluco's Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support fighting in melee, begins with a shield, can execute his own soldiers to encourage them. And rounding off the blue team, Slime as a force commander, a versatile frontline hero with powerful offense, disruption and support fighting, of course, in melee for the Emperor. For the red team Orks then, 2 Kommando Nobs, this is 24, and we have Moopuppy rocking the Death Skulls elite scheme. These guys are infiltrating heroes that shoot you, stab you and blow you up. Orky style, begin with a twin link shooter. Rounding off the teams then, Tekesh and a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of Orky gadgets. Through the mid there against Piluco's Lord Commissar with a Sentinel up. Sentinel also up for John on the east side. Scouts already taking damage for Slime, already off the field actually. So this is going to be a really tough opening engagement here. Force Commander gives up the cap. In on the Sluggers, who dodge him quite well actually. Dodging that special attack, and he gets too much Daka to the face and has to leave. Those attacks staying in melee. The Sluggers were quite low. But the special attack ruined it for the Tax. I think that was the right decision to stay in melee with them, because Tax are no slouch in melee and the Sluggers were quite low. It was a risk, but that special attack kind of sealed their fate. They were perhaps lucky to get away without a model loss on those Tax there, Slime. And it's got double Tax now. Looks like John the Sentinel taking a bunch of damage on the east side. Through the mid. Too much Daka for these poor guardsmen to deal with, especially with the heroes tying them up. Some Orky left hooks from the Mekboy and some headbutts from the Kommando Nob. Lord Commissar doing what he can, trying to get a model off things, but has to flee. We have no node over here because Slime spent that early requisition on the 2nd Tactical Marine Squad. And this could work quite well, I think. Keep these guys really compact. Keep the double Tax near the Force Commander. Use them to focus fire the Commando if he gets close. Here we go. Oh, he's got his knife. So yeah, definitely use your double Tax to focus fire this guy. Get shotguns up on the scouts to shotgun blast anything that gets close, and the Force Commander can battle cry, buff both the Tax, get in on the Sluggers and disrupt them. In this case, he's all split up though, and the other Tax aren't out. But yeah, stay compact, and the battle cry will do a lot of work for you here, I think. Sluggers are down to half health. The Tax were chasing the shooter boys all the way through, and they drop a model. Nasty stuff. The Commando's knife is pretty awesome. 17 melee DPS with tripper shot. Oh, he gets shot down though. With tripper shot and the assassinate. Down goes the Force Commander. Rough opening for Slime. Losing a tac model, losing the Force Commander. The scouts are okay. Goes straight into an assault squad. Does not get shotguns up. Okay. Yeah, absolutely nothing built on that power. Lord Commissar busy capping, or rather decapping. And we have the more Daka thrown on the shooter boys. Global ability of the Mekboy. Lord Commissar did get the decap. The Sentinel's not helping because Tekesh has triple shooters, which is a big threat to a Sentinel. And a big threat, as we've seen, low-level heroes just get torn up by shooter boys, especially if you start getting the big shooters. These are over 15 DPS each. That's more than a Tactical Marine with good range, and that doesn't count the other shooters and the Nob leader, who's got a twin link shooter. I'm not sure what his DPS is, but it's probably pretty good. Well into the double digits, I would think. It's got to be at least 15. So yeah, lots of DPS from the shooter boys. Commando gets away on the east side. Sentinel gets very low, but is okay. And now they can get onto the power here, and we have big shooters over here too. Patrician Devils are both of the Imperial Guard players. Can do so much for you against Orks if they can use their abilities and time them well. Those guys are armed with shotguns. Can do a shotgun blast. Oh, the Sentinel's down. A grenade barrage from long range. And they're pretty damn good in melee, although they don't have a melee charge. They're not really good chasers. But they've got power melee damage. You could just throw them into a low-level Ork hero and they'd mess them up pretty badly in melee. These are Sluggers. Hidden by Hide the Boys. And they just got their burners in. A couple of power weapons. More hit points. Threatening those Assault Marines. Tax here to help, but the Assault Squad did not want to try and fight them there. Scouts got the decap and run. Slime hasn't really been able to bring all of his forces together yet. Especially with that force commander down. This commando got revived by Tekesh, I imagine. Yeah, he's into level 2, look. And Moopuppy, also with the knife. Warbanner being taken down. More repairs for the Sentinel. Artillery spotters are up for Piluco. They can call in smoke shells or disruptive mortar shells to do some damage as well. In tier 2 they can call in an incendiary shell, which is quite handy. Assault squad didn't heal up very much, but they're back in. Still no shotguns. Oh, shotguns are on the way. And they have the sergeant, of course, to spot this commando, which is an important part, I think, of this fight over here. But look at that damage on the scouts. That's nuts. In the mid, a multi-laser turret is up. This could do some good work, actually. Don't have amazing range, although it seems to be able to shoot well beyond its range from the look of it there. I guess when it starts to burst, it will just keep bursting. Yeah, that assassin's knife is nasty. And they're ignoring him, look. You need to try and focus that guy down, because he could do, look at this, he could do so much work. You need to try and focus him. Shotgun blast would really help. But those guys were off the field. Now he's hiding, look. Catachans, you can no grenade launcher him. Maybe they've used it already. Mortar shell him, maybe. Looks like on the east side, Moopuppy's Commando Nob went down. Okay, there's the mortar shell. That should knock him out of cover. And these guys can then shotgun him a bit. And they let him go. I guess he wasn't very low, but they could have gone into melee and done some more damage, perhaps. Looks like Piluco wants to get back to the mid. Or even help on this east side. Yeah, some dead orcs for sure over here. Oh, look at this Moopuppy getting some quick commando stabums out in tier 2. These guys can do a lot of work. Got some good melee damage. They've got 2 types of stick bombs that can throw far and near. They've got a stun bomb and they've got a melter. I'm not sure if they call it a melter. I think in the game it's just called a tank bomb. It does damage, but it doesn't snare the vehicle. And they can use that on the Sentinel of John. That tank bomb or whatever it's called. I'm not sure what the range is on it. Lord Commissar with a power sword. Good jump, but sluggers are there. And we are going to see that force commander revived. The assault squad did not want to commit to that fight. Force commander's here. Quite low, gets a couple of hits. Kills a couple of sluggers. Double tats can now maybe threaten these guys with melee, but here comes that commando again. They can't see him because the scouts aren't there with their sergeant. Back to the mid, electric armor going on with the electric shock. More orcs flooding the mid. That multi-laser turret's still there doing work, eh? That's quite good, actually. I'm not sure what the DPS is on this thing, but it seems alright. And they're relatively cheap. The damage has been changed so much over the years. But yeah, you don't see those turrets all that often. You used to see them basically all the time. In that first engagement, they'd build a turret. Inquisitor levels up to 2 and has the Holy Brazier. Solid power melee weapon with some area denial. Sentinels diving in. Is that smart? Look at the damage. Level 2 with the ground pound. That was just a stun bomb chucked in there, was it? Oh, maybe it was the commandos with their stick bombs. Yeah, there's more of them. Ouch. Big ouch. Inquisitor gets level 3. Look at his flank, though. No way that Sentinel's getting away. That was very, very tricksy from Tekesh. Ran all the way around to get the flank. Here's Piluco to try to cover and defend the power here. And on the west side, and Slime get it together with his army now. He's got a Dreadnought on the way. The Force Commander's not here, but everything else is. Oh, I think he just revived the Lord Commissar. Again, the assault squad are very isolated. Maybe they're jumping a bit too early. Uh-oh, big kaboom. Almost wiped those guys, you know. If that was slightly earlier, those guys would have wiped. Yeah, I think he's jumping a little bit too early. Back off, maybe try and wait for the commando to commit. Get that bolt of fire on him. Maybe even wait for the sluggers to commit and then jump back into the shooter boys. We do have some stick bombers. In fact, double stick bombers for 24. And these guys are pretty good in melee. So that complicates things further for the assault squad. Whereas if they do jump into the back lines over the sluggers, they're going to have double stick bombers on them in melee. Force Commander now. Is that enough for these Orks? He's got his Thunderhammer up, level 2. Lord Commissar with some lead by example as well. Can they take out that Slugger Nob? Keeps them in special attacks and missing him. Down goes the Lord Commissar again, but he should get revived from there. And here's the Dreadnought for Slime. Space Marine Dreadnought start off as a melee unit with his 2 close combat claws and that wrist-mounted flamer. And Orks don't want any of that. Tier 3 for Moopuppy. Oh, he's going Assault Cannon. Burning down gens. Assault Squad jump the Sluggers with some Dreadnought support now. There's the Emperor's Fist, which is going to lose once he gets the Assault Cannon. There it is. And he gains an Assault Cannon. 55 DPS. Huge. That's like 4 or 5 Tactical Marines in his arm. 271 to 441 on the VPs. Assault Squad can decap the VP. Looks like... Oh, we've got some Ogryns up. Looks like the Inquisitor's going for the revive. Has Rosarius up. Your basic energy shield, converting 5 damage into 1 energy loss. And the Ogryns can smash some Orc skulls, perhaps. Have their Bonehead leader, or the Use Your Red Disruption. Nothing can spot that Commando, though. Catechans, oh, they can get up there and spot him. Not sure what he's up to. Skulking around. Trying to bash that node at the moment. The west side is blue. And now 24 has to respond. The Dreadnought responds by going tier 3. Could get the rocket launcher up. And the stun bombs of the stick bombers do stun vehicles. Got some hidden sluggers here. The scouts would spot them. Just exploding Orc bodies with the assault cannon there. There's a jump. Force Commander follows in. Again, I think it was a little bit early, that jump. But, I mean, you've got to start the engagement somehow, I suppose. A decent merciless strike was in there. And they are standing up to the fight decently well, but now the stick bombers are on them. And the Kommando Nobs on them. Some stuns on the Dreadnought. Sluggers off the field. Force Commander still in there. Will we see Sacred Standard? I think you should get Teleporter. But it's really hard to turn down the Sacred Standard, isn't it? Just constant buffs around you. Inquisitor's down. Oh, there's a Nob squad. Oh well. U-Jammers don't have their Nob leader yet. In fact, U-Jammers was purchased first, which was interesting. So Inquisitor's really good at shutting down enemy melee squads with her crossbow bolt pistol, excruciators, purgatus, myriad things she can use. Of course, she needs to pay for them. John goes tier 3. Trying to get a decap here, but Catechans say no. And they all flee. Triple fully upgraded shooter boys doing lots and lots of Daka. Look at this, onto the power. Is Slime. Just did a barrage, I think, because the Dreadnought's missing some energy here. 262 to 374. Tactical Marines with their Sergeant. He's got a bolt pistol and chainsaw, but his bolt pistol is better in terms of DPS than the bolt guns that the other models have. It's a really good combatant. Will help them in melee a lot. Sluggers on the rampage. Got double tax and the Sentinel here. They should be able to deal with them. Dreadnoughts on, not the Sentinel, the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought's on melee mode. Get some inspiration. Commando tries to fight a bunch of stuff. Kaboom coming in. Knockback strength continues to amuse me. It's so ridiculous. Oh, there's the rocket launcher now too. Really powerful anti-vehicle weapon. Especially on a hero that can sneak around. On the east side then, Ogryns versus Nobs. Might see some plasmas come in for these guardsmen because Nob squad is heavy infantry. Piluco with a Stormlord up. On the way, I should say. Tekesh also has a Nob squad. U-Jammers again in first. And now meaner and greener. Got some commandos for 24. Still the melee commando fellas here. They don't have their Nob leader yet though. He's got a heavy melee huge chopper. Oh, there he comes. they going to fight the Ogrins? They are. Got some power melee damage, I believe. They're doing a really good job on those Ogrins. Wow. It's nasty. That's with double guardsman support. I mean, they only have las guns, but Nob leader's in there now. Yeah, they messed up those Ogrins hugely. I don't know why they didn't use your head. Maybe it was on cooldown. That would have made a big difference to the fight. Ogrins almost wiping, but they are okay. Back to the west side, turning red for the Orks. Bunch of stun bombs, bunch of stick bombs. Dreadnought backs off. Done really well, that Dreadnought so far. And we do see the Sacred Standard. Stormlord almost up. Some Stormtroopers with the Assault Kit. More weapon range and reduces weapon cooldown to 0. They can shoot, shoot, shoot. Level 3 Lord Commissar here. Right enemy crosshairs on the scouts, apparently, from the rocket launcher. Oh, and the commandos have their Nob leader rocket launcher too. Assist from Piluco. Oh, grappling hook into Kaboom. That was bad. Superbly timed there by 24, because you've got to like start charging up the Kaboom and then use the grappling hook at the right time so that it goes off as you reach your enemy. And that was perfectly done. Completely ruined Piluco's assist there. But here's the Stormlord. Dreadnought I don't think is going to get away. Taking out the Commando Nob leader, but yeah, just too much melee damage. Even if it was only regular melee damage, there's too much of it. But that Stormlord has a Vulcan Mega Bolter on the front. Very good anti-infantry damage, and you can reinforce off it, but the Nob squad are a big threat to everything. And they've got those momentum buffs, and that is a beamy death gun as well. Needs to keep moving. Does have some support here. Here comes that Commissar, can disrupt with lead by example. There it is. And the Nob squad are persuaded to leave. Stormlord took a decent hit there from just a single Nob squad going after. I guess the Mekboy did get at least one shot. Tier 3 for Slime. The Dreadnought slowed down the Tier 3, but I think it did well. Unfortunately, it went down, of course. Attacks with that fast capping. They got their plasma guns. Plasma gun. They only get one of them. What's the Stormlord gonna do? It's staying mid. That's going to be repair bunker, I guess. And it's got repair support from the guardsman. 205, 298. Harder for 24 to get on it, maybe. I guess you can just run up the mid and get on it. Or maybe go for a big old flank around it. In fact, you could flank around, steal the bunker, and shoot it from the bunker. That would be fun. John, with a Stormlord also on the way. Up the east side, the Orks piled through. What was this? Was this a rocket run? It must have been, right? There's no creeping barrage here. So I missed a rocket run. Good job. Probably from John. Looking at the red and stuff. We'll see how double Stormlords do, eh? Kicking off on the west side, is it? Not really. Force Commander's having some action. Level 3. Scares off the stick bombers. Now he's got a sluggers to deal with though, and I guess battle cry wasn't ready because it wasn't used, and he may go down. Meanwhile in the mid, Stormlord doing Stormlord things. Nob squad are going after it. That is indeed a repair bunker. You see the repairs on the Stormlord there. You need to try and keep reversing and get in a position to shoot that Nob squad. That was a Purgatus from the Inquisitor. Awesome ability, stunning everything around her. And Assault Terminators are in for Slime. Pretty clutch. Deep Strike Terminators. These guys unique, the Assault Terminators to the Force Commander. With Thunderhammers and Storm Shields going after the Mekboy there. No, that's Looters. Maybe wiping them. Not quite. You can switch the shields and hammers for claws. Makes them less durable and less effective against vehicles, but super effective against infantry. Which may be worth it. It's a lot of bombs. Stormlord is nice and repaired. Assault Terminators will shrug off a lot of this piercing damage because they got super heavy infantry armor. They are trying to cap. Blue team mobbing up on the west side, are they? Ogrins need their boned leader back, and they are level 3. Oh, John has switched to a Baneblade. Assault Terminators get the cap. Took a bunch of damage doing it, but they didn't drop a model, so that's alright, isn't it? Baneblade is on the field. Moopuppy's down to just 2 units now. But Ork tier 3 can get going really fast. It's got those level 3 commando stabums, and once you get to tier 3, these guys get fast capping, I believe. But they don't have it if you're in tier 2. Lord Commissar level 4. Level 5 gets the revive on the Force Commander. Oh, now these guys are Bullgrins. With slab shields and power mauls. They really need that Force Commander around for those Sacred Standard buffs. That would be great. Stick bombs chucked in. VP's very even. There's the Baneblade. With a mega battle cannon on the top. Las cannons, heavy bolters, and a demolisher. And that is a Rocks coming in. Some friendly fire, big friendly fire hit on the Nob squad actually. There is another Nob squad there. Garter stuns everything. Nice usage. Stormlord needs to try and shoot the Nob squad, I think, because it's got 100 DPS Inferno. It's very good against heavy infantry. You get 25% bonus damage basically. Assault Terminator is getting messed up. Really messed up. They drop a model, but the Nob squad are retreated. Those guys are still chasing, and they're getting a lot of momentum off those hammers. Okay, they are forced off though. So they held. But if they didn't have the Inquisitor around for that Purgatus, would they still hold? I think it's worth her getting the crossbow bolt pistol as well though. Because being able to lock a Nob squad in place after the Purgatus is a huge deal. Doesn't want to give up her Holy Brazier yet, I guess, the Inquisitor. John may have his eye on something else in tier 3 as well, some Kasrkin maybe, or Plasma. I guess the Terminators reinforced off the Stormlord, did they? Didn't get any healing though. We got some Vanguard veterans now for Slime. First Company Assault Squad. Power melee weapons. I don't think this tank is going to survive very long. Oh, it survived. Baneblade didn't try and chase it. Big old kaboom. Even knocks Terminators all over the place. Level 3 Commando. We have flash kits on the way for Moopuppy. These guys getting stunned. Terminators do not like to get stunned. They can't retreat out of it. And it disables their teleport. Here comes an assist thanks to Piluco. With a Fist of Brockus now. None shall fall, could be clutch. These guys are chasing. They take out another Terminator. Vanguard veterans able to jump in. The Terminators, of course, inspiring on kill. So combine that with a Sacred Standard and Battle Cry. Many infantry damage buffs going on, perhaps. Well worth getting a Librarian, surely, for Slime. Just help save the Terminators from that kind of thing. Can the Orks push the mid? It's a hell of a thing they need to push against. They need to come west more, right? Double the west side, try and pull one of those super heavy tanks over here. Nob squad bashing power, apparently. Now fighting Ogrins. Sorry, Bullgrins. There's Use Your Shield, which suppresses, but they broke it with Frenzy. Also gives them more damage resistance and stuff. And that was Hammer of the Witches. Here comes Purgatus. They lost the Bullgrim, but they get those guys out of there. So, is that both commandos down? Okay, 24 just repurchased. Has that rocket launcher. Slime, oh, goes for a tank. Should really get a Librarian, I think. It means you could be way more aggressive with the Terminators. Give them claws. Give them claws, be super aggressive, knowing that you could Gate of Infinity them away. just be defensive with your librarian. Maybe put him on range stance with the staff, because he gets decent range DPS with that. What level is that Force Commander now? Level 4. Commissar 6, Inquisitor 6, goes for her mandate now. Oh, now has an Inferno pistol. Just like a good DPS weapon, basically, with judgment on it. Oh, she's bashing power, I think, look. Yep. One way to get XP in it. I think that shot missed the Nob squad. And there's judgment. In 15 seconds or so, she can judge them and do a bunch of damage. I like that she gives the Nob squad a chance. Doesn't judge them immediately. Hadachans zipping around. And that's because we have the Bionic Eye for Inspire Determination. And they can reinforce off the Stormlord, of course. Down go those are melee commandos, I think. Yep. Baneblade in a bit of trouble. 2 Nob squads here. Demolisher. Good shot. Really good shot. 151, 112 on the VPs. It's incredibly close. He's gone for a las cannon tank, which is a bit weird. There's no vehicles on the red team. I'm not sure what happened to the looted tank, but it is down. Some Daka. Slime asking for repairs. Because he's got no scouts, he can't repair himself. Okay, he's going to use the bunker. What is this? That is the Nob squad. Level 4 Nob squad for Moopuppy over here. Get some more flash kits. 24 also has some flash kits with blasters. Can they punch through though? Maybe they're being a bit too preoccupied with these 2 tanks, you know, in the mid. Should be pushing west side more. Those Terminators are really low. It's worth taking them back to base, I think, and healing them. I have a nuke ready, says Slime. I had it at like 15%, says Tekesh. Needs a 3rd Nob squad. Does have double beamy looters, Tekesh. And the beamy on the mech. And there's super tough beam, level 7 mech, doing a lot of damage to that beamy as well. Those guys getting suppressed by the Baneblade. 151, 48. Red team running in out of VPs here. Gonna see the Commissar revived. Force Commander almost level 6 now. Might need to run. Look at those blasters. Huge amounts of damage. Vanguard veterans barely getting out. Can the Orks get on this VP? There's an improvised explosive there. Who's it being spotted by? I think maybe the Mekboy is just close enough. It goes off. Is that a Manticore? Yeah, Piluco's got a Manticore. Huge fight across the mid portion of the map now. Stormlord pushed back a bit. Here come those Assault Terminators, but they are really low. And the Nob squad will tear them apart quite quickly. Yeah, they have to teleport away. Orbital stops the cap. Oh, there's called the boys. Reinforcing the Nob squad. Only the one that belongs to Tekesh though. Assault Terminator is still in there. Baneblade helping out. 151, 22 on the VPs. Bullgrin's coming through for a flank. And those guys run. That might be it. Blue team might be able to get a 2-1 here and see it off. That was a big kaboom. They just found it hard to punch through the mid. And now that they've pressured the west side, blue team were able to defend. There's Love the Daka from the commandos, but there's the 2-1 cap. I don't think the Orks can get it done. GG boys, says Tekesh. You sure did try, fellas. Good effort. And yeah, another Nob squad may have been the difference. Instead of the flash kits. Because you're fighting guard, not triple space marines or something. So if Tekesh and Moopuppy both got another Nob squad each, maybe that would have been enough to punch through. I mean, they're all going to get Purgatist, aren't they? But you should have enough grunt to get through, I think. Inquisitor got level 7. Level 7 Lord Commissar. Stubbornness at the end too. Level 5 Force Commander. A bit of a rough start for Slime, but stayed strong. Got the Terminators up. I think he should have got the Librarian though. Commando level 5. Level 7 Mech. And a level 3 Commando for Moopuppy. The WAAAGH was survived. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see ya next time.